Here's the quick review to writing equations. And so remember, it's important to be able to take words and put them into mathematical statements or equations, and in this case an equation. Alright, so some keys. If you're going to stay on target, remember you should name the variable. In the beginning of math courses, the problems are pretty easy, and it seems like a task that's not necessary, but it'll become more and more important. So NTV, name the variable. Second, remember you're going to look for operational words, things like sum, which would be add, product, multiply. So remember operational words: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, absolute value, etc. And then this is real important. Don't forget to ask demands. Ask demands. You say, what is that? Well, if you've been watching the videos, you know it means, does my answer make sense? And whenever you're involved with word problems, you should always ask yourself, does my answer make sense? Very important, and it'll help you to find some real simplistic mistakes and get things correct. All right, let's look at an example. Tom is 4 years older than Lee, while Sue is 3 years less than twice Lee's age. If the sum of their ages is 109, how old is Tom? Now that might seem impossible to you, and it's not. So let's NTV. And so let me remind you or show you an important concept. Notice that Tom is 4 years older than Lee. Tom is compared to Lee. While Sue is 3 years less than Lee's age, Sue is also compared to Lee. So the easiest way to do the problem is let's make Lee be the variable, n. So much easier. Now I like to list all the people here, so I'm going to list Tom, and I'm going to list Sue, and I'm going to just list them. Now Tom is 4 years older than Lee. If Lee's 4, or if Lee is, n, how do you get 4 years older? You add 4. All right, that's Tom. Sue is 3 years less than twice Lee's age. Be careful. 3 years less is to subtract 3, and then you got to do twice Lee's age, 2n minus 3. There we go. Now look for an operational word. Here we go, the sum. All right, we all know that sum is addition. So I'm going to sum up. There's Lee's age, there's Tom's age, and there's Sue's age. Again, looking for operational words. Remember, often is the equal sign. And what does it equal? 109. Okay, we're going to finish this off. Remember, let's add like terms. 1n and 1 more n is 2n, and 2 more n's is 4n. And then we all know a positive 4 and a negative 3 is a 1. 109. And look, now it's just down to moving things at it and moving things multiply it. Add a negative 1 to both sides. We've got 4n equals 108. Let's divide both sides by 4. Divide the left by 4. Divide the right by 4. And we have what? Let's see. 2 and 28, 7. So n is 27. Now here's the last thing you got to do. Make sure you ATQ. Make sure you ATQ. And what is that? Answer the question. All right, so it asks, how old is Tom? Did we find Tom's age? No. See, because I named the variable, my chart tells me that n is clearly Lee's age. How do I get Tom? Well, my chart tells me add 4 to Lee. How old is Tom? Tom's got to be 31. Does my answer make sense? I can take a little bit more time, look through the values, figure out what Sue is as well, and make sure, but it makes sense to me, and that's the way to solve writing equations. All right, this is a pretty complex one. Some of them will be easier in the beginning and get tougher as we move along in the course.